Hello and welcome to another Noel Jones Mitcham Market Update.
So the sales market has been incredibly resilient and really positive as it bounced out from lockdown. We obviously saw some sales that were occurring during the lockdown period sight unseen, but it's bounced out with some real energy and real excitement. I think a large part of it's been the lack of volume comparatively, but also the energy of people looking to get on with things. We're seeing people making upgrades and tree changes with the change of work patterns, not having to commute into the office, and obviously being in a more of a confined space during the course of this year with kids and family and those sort of things. And I think people have had a good look at what their plans are this year, and they just simply want to get on with life, and I think that's had a large impact on what we've certainly seen. If we didn't know better, we'd say to you it's a rising market right now. The energy's happening. If the property's well priced and well presented, it's getting really strong numbers through in the early stages of a campaign, and they're selling very well, and in some cases we're seeing some sales results well and truly above expectations, which we'll cover on in a little bit of a later segment here. So stamp duty's been one thing that we've seen. We've got interest rates at an all-time low, and volume is certainly well and truly below the 2 to 3 year average, and we think these things are going to continue into the early parts of next year. JobKeeper JobSeeker, of course, finishes up in March next year. We might see some more investment properties come to market next year, just possibly because investors haven't really had the chance to sell property this year because of the tenant moratorium that's been in place to the end of March. But look, we're really positive about the outlook for property in 2021 and all the things that are around it. So we'd be delighted if you've got any thoughts of making a move. I think this time of year is a great time to do some planning, have a bit of a think about what it is you might want to do, whether it's to look to buy, to sell, or to invest. We're here to help in all of those areas, and we'd be delighted to have a chat to you about your plan and how we can help.
Huge news this week in the property market, with the Victorian government announcing further stamp duty savings. Whether you're looking for off the plan or brand new, up to 50% stamp duty savings on properties up to the value of $1 million. So if you're purchasing $1 million home, you're saving into the thousands. If you're looking at something already established, let's say for example you purchase a property that's up to the value of $1 million, you're saving up to $14,000 in stamp duty. That's a huge saving. The Victorian government have also announced a huge $500 million home buyers fund, where their government will actually contribute towards the purchase of your property, with you having as little as 5% deposit. But there are catches, so look at the link below for more information. And finally, the Victorian Home Builders Scheme has been extended until June 2021 with a grant of up to $25,000. So again, there are some catches, such as homeowners that are looking to purchase it as a solo individual, you have to earn less than $100,000 per annum. And for those as a couple, they need to earn less than $200,000 between them. And one of the big catches are you have to be an Australian citizen to qualify. It has to be your primary place of residence, so it can't be an investment property. The build has to be up to the value of $750,000, or an extension or renovation up to the value of $150,000.
So the market's back in full force, and we've had some really good case studies and some great sales this month. And we'll start with 22 Hygeia Parade in North Ringwood. Tell us a little bit about that one, Mel.
Yeah, so 22 Hygeia Parade, beautiful family home. We got a lot of interest in the first week with that property, so 78 groups through in about a week and a half. Started off with a private sale, and we ended up converting that to an online auction, which went really well. So we had 11 interested parties that registered to bid, and 2 at the end there fighting for it, and got a great result for the vendors. $1,215,000, which was great.
So another really great case study is 11 Howard Street in Mitcham, and one of the things we do for our clients often is to help them purchase their next property. So we were able to secure them their property in Montrose, but tell us a little bit about the sale campaign.
Yeah, so this was another interesting one with a lot of buyers coming through in the first 1 to 2 days of the campaign. We had at least 25 groups through. It was planned to go to auction, but with all the interest there, we ended up taking 3 offers prior and getting a really good result of $1,020,000, which was fantastic.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable result.
Yep.
So flowing on from that, we had a lovely 4-bedroom home in Vermont South at 2 Coltane Street in Vermont South. So tell us a little bit about that one.
Another nice family home there. Owners have been there for 44 years. So this actually had a lot of interest as well. So sold in the first 2 weeks of the campaign, about 35 groups through. We ended up with 3 offers on that property, and yeah, sold for a really good price. We've had a lot of interest in 4 and 5 bedroom family homes in the area, Mike.
Absolutely agree. 32 Packham Place was a great result. In fact, the actual eventual purchaser came from our database, was one of the underbidders of one of our recent homes. It missed out on a number of different properties as well. Introduced through the database to this one, which sold for $1.2 million, a great result with multiple interest. Just goes to show the strength of that database and having an agent network. And it's been really powerful in some of our results, and in particular 11 Howard Street as well, which had come off the database from a buyer had sold off market through a different agency. So a couple of the properties we're super excited about this month. We'll start with 38 Phillips Hands Avenue in Mount Eliza.
Yes, so we're very excited about this property. It is going to auction. It's going to be one of our first on-site auctions for the year basically, or since we've come back. It's a beautiful family home with great views in a perfect location, and we're looking forward to a great result on that one. Another listing that we have that's going to auction is 561 Burwood Highway in Vermont South, Mike.
Absolutely, it's a retro darling, this one. It's a corner block in the service lane, 3 bed, 2 bathroom. It's a great opportunity, possibility for put a 4th bedroom into that one as well. We're super excited about that one, and that's going to auction later in the month as well. And then finally, the property we're sitting in here at the moment, the lovely townhouse in the centre of Ringwood, so 482A Rupert Street here in Ringwood.
So this beautiful townhouse is 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, double garage, located in central Ringwood. It's ready now.
While this year has been most unusual, we are still anticipating it to finish off strong. We will be closed the week of the 25th of December and relaunching properties 4th of January. In saying this, we will be happy to answer any questions or queries you have over the week's break. On behalf of Noel Jones Mitcham, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and if there is anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to give us a call.